Learning Spanish for Beginners podcast, Session 44. How to avoid drawing a blank in Spanish. Welcome to a new session of the Learning Spanish for Beginners podcast. Today, we will learn how to avoid drawing a blank and keep control of a conversation in Spanish. Today's episode is brought to you by 15-minute Spanish crash course for beginners. Would you like to speak conversational Spanish with confidence in real life? You can get a 7-day free trial video lessons for beginners at SpanishForYourJob.com/beginners. The 15-minute Spanish crash course for beginners focuses on simple conversational Spanish you can learn quickly without having to memorize lots of confusing conjugations to get started. Get your 7-day free trial with daily 15-minute video lessons for beginners at SpanishForYourJob.com/beginners. Here it is one more time. SpanishForYourJob.com/beginners. Okay, let's get started. We have all experienced something like this at some point while learning a new language. You start by learning and practicing common phrases on your own for a while. One day, you decide to talk to someone who speaks the foreign language you are trying to learn, and you go ahead and confidently say a phrase you have practiced many times. The other person hears what you confidently said, assumes you are fluent, and starts speaking very fast, and you do not understand what's being said. You get nervous, and then you draw a blank. It's so awkward and uncomfortable that you end up walking away feeling like a failure. It's awful, I get it. If you do this enough times, you end up quitting because it's just way too frustrating. But it doesn't have to be like that. All you need is to allow yourself to be vulnerable and learn a few dependable tools to keep control of the conversation. Here are the steps you can follow to avoid drawing a blank when you can't understand what someone is saying to you in Spanish. Step number 1. Take a moment to breathe, smile, and take things lightly. Step number 2. Don't worry about making mistakes. View the situation as a game you win every time you practice Spanish. Step number 3. Be vulnerable and let the other person know what's going on by speaking loud and clear, using a friendly tone of voice and a smile. Step number 4. Use the words you already know or what's around you to get your message across, and do not take things too seriously. Remember to smile. And step number 5. Focus on getting your message across, connecting with the other person, and having fun. Now, let's go over a few tools you can use to keep control of a conversation in Spanish. Number 1, your mindset. Let's start with the way you think about the situation. It is very important to remember that most people are nice and they want to help others. If you help them understand what's going on, they will try to make things work for you. Sometimes, when you approach a Spanish speaker you haven't met before, and you speak Spanish using a sentence you have rehearsed dozens of times, they will probably think you're an advanced student, and they will reply at full speed for 2 main reasons. First, because your Spanish sounds great, so take it as a compliment. And second, because most people don't interact with Spanish students on a regular basis, and they just talk the way they normally do. They're just trying to help by answering your question the way they usually talk with other native Spanish speakers. However, they cannot read your mind, and you need to help them understand what's going on so they can help you. Instead of freezing up and running away, You can use one of the following phrases to let them know you are in the process of learning Spanish and that you were unable to fully understand what they said. First, I will say each phrase in Spanish, then in English, and then in Spanish again, so your mind can fill in the gaps and connect the pieces together. Here we go. Phrases to keep control of a conversation. Disculpe, no entiendo. Estoy aprendiendo español. Excuse me, I don't understand. I'm learning Spanish. Disculpe, no entiendo. Estoy aprendiendo español. Repita, por favor. Estoy aprendiendo español. Please repeat. I'm learning Spanish. Repita, por favor. Estoy aprendiendo español. Otra vez, por favor. Estoy aprendiendo español. Again, please. I'm learning Spanish. Otra vez, por favor. Estoy aprendiendo español. No entiendo. Repita, por favor. Estoy aprendiendo español. I don't understand. Please repeat. I'm learning Spanish. No entiendo. Repita, por favor. Estoy aprendiendo español. ¿Puede hablar más lento, por favor? Estoy aprendiendo español. Can you speak slower, please? I'm learning Spanish. ¿Puede hablar más lento, por favor? Estoy aprendiendo español. ¿Cuál es la palabra para esto? What is the word for this? ¿Cuál es la palabra para esto? ¿Puede escribir eso, por favor? Can you write that down, please? ¿Puede escribir eso, por favor? ¿Cómo se pronuncia eso? How do you pronounce that? ¿Cómo se pronuncia eso? No entiendo. ¿Puede explicar con otras palabras? I don't understand. Can you explain with other words? No entiendo. ¿Puede explicar con otras palabras? ¿Qué es eso? ¿Me puede mostrar, por favor? What is that? Can you show me, please? ¿Qué es eso? ¿Me puede mostrar, por favor? Take some time to memorize these phrases. They are extremely useful, and they can rescue you the next time you're at risk of drawing a blank when you can't understand what someone says to you in Spanish. By the way, if you would like to learn Spanish faster by learning the 100 most common words in spoken Spanish, you can visit SpanishForYourJob.com/common words, where you will find a list of the most common words used in spoken Spanish. To access the list of most common words, you can visit SpanishForYourJob.com/common words. Also, If you would like to review a text version of this session, you can access a PDF transcript at learningspanishforbeginners.com/44. Thanks for listening to Learning Spanish for Beginners podcast. If you enjoyed this, please leave a review and share it with one friend who also wants to learn more Spanish. See you next time. Hasta la próxima.